Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I'm going to say Kah Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai Barakatham, to the elders who taught us truth, and to the brothers and sisters on the four corners of this planet Earth, standing on these laws, statutes, and commandments, and praying for the hastening of the coming of Yahweh Mashiach, who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. My name is Mapatak. Okay, and today I'm out here in Chester, PA. You know what I mean? You know, it's through the Spirit. Everything's through the Spirit. You know, and I was just in the library, you know, studying. You know, I was in Acts 15th chapter. You know what I'm saying? So through the Spirit, you know, the Most High put it in my mind. You know what I'm saying? You know, to go into Genesis 12th chapter. You know, and you know, go through a couple of verses when the Lord spoke to Abraham. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's what I want to go into. You know, I want to go into right now. It's not going to be nothing deep in depth. You know, I'm just going to, you know, read it like the first 4 verses, and through the Spirit, just going to expound on that. So, just you know, just a little addition, the Thick Oil series. You know, everything's through the Spirit. So basically, it's, you know, King James, KJV Bible. So basically, I want to go to Genesis the 12th chapter, right? I gotta keep a couple of precepts that goes to it too. This book of Genesis. Okay, Genesis chapter 12, right? You know, and this is I'm gonna read first verse 1 to 12. No, Slakia, 1 to 4. Okay, verse 1. Now the Lord had said unto Abraham, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will send thee. So through the Spirit, you know, the Most High came to Abraham, you know, and spoke to him, you know, and said, you know, leave from where you're at. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it just puts me in the mind, you know, to, you know, how the Lord, you know, is dealing with me and maybe some other brothers in Israel. You know what I mean? 1 minute, you know what I'm saying? 1 minute you're in the world, okay? And the next minute, you know what I'm saying? You're the truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, if the Most High, you know, want to use you, He gonna use you. You know what I'm saying? And that's all to it. You know what I mean? Verse 2. It says, and I will make thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. So through the Spirit, the Most High told Abraham, you know, get from where you at, you know what I'm saying? You know, and the Lord say, you know, I'm going to give you a land, He's going to make your name great, you know, just like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, and it came to pass. The Lord did make him a great nation and this and that. You know, but you know the point is, you know, whatever the Lord said He gonna do, you know what I'm saying, He gonna do it. You know what I mean? And He knows basically how to put some fire up under your butt, okay, to do what He wants you to do. You know, verse 3 says, and I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. So through the Spirit, the Most High said, you know, you're gonna go down. I'm gonna send you. You know, get out from where you were at. And I'm gonna send you to a land. You know what I'm saying, that I can prepare for you. You know what I mean? And he said He's gonna make your name great. You know, and He's gonna bless thee who bless you, and curse thee who curse you. You know what I mean? And through the Spirit, that's what's going on today, you know, to Abraham's descendants, you know what I mean? If you're out there doing the work for the Most High, okay, the Most High basically is going to bless those who bless you, you know what I'm saying? And He's going to curse those who curse you. Same thing. Why? Because we're His descendants, okay? All right, in verse 4, it says, so Abraham departed, as the Lord had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abraham was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. So Haran was 75 years old. Now, today, 75 years old is old. It's old, because, the Most High said that we only going to live to 120 years in this life right here. Back in the days of our forefathers, they lived like 900 years old, Methuselah. But Abraham was, 75, that's a young man. Today's old, But the point is, the Most High came to Abraham, and told him to get out from where you at. Abraham, believed what the Lord said, and it was counted unto him, And that's the point, If the Lord tells you to do something, and draws you to Him, the Most High puts a measure of faith inside each of us. We all don't have the same measure. We all have different measures of faith. Different levels. But the point is, if the Most High calls you, He's going to use you. And you ain't got to worry about who cursing you. You ain't got to worry about nothing like that. Because the Most High say He gonna curse those who curse you. So the point is, doing the work for the Most High. All right. And real quick, a lot of Christians, they'll go to verse 3. Okay, I'll read it again. Verse 3. It says, "And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed." Okay, so they say, oh, look, see, to Abraham, all families of the earth is blessed. But the point is, you got to understand, the scripture says, "I'll bless them that bless thee." Now, what nation bless Israel? No nation bless Israel. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, I got a precept for that. This is First Maccabees chapter 2, 10 and 11, real quick. Hold on, where am I? Okay, First Maccabees 2, 10 and 11. Second. All right. First Maccabees 2, verse 10 and 11. Okay, it says, this is First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils?" Verse 11, all her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman she is become a bond slave. So basically the point is, okay, verse 10. What nation hath not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? Okay, the point is, okay, every nation, okay, had a piece of Israel. Okay, so when the scripture says, I'll bless them that bless you and curse them that curse, who blessed Israel? You know what I'm saying? They all cursed Israel and put Israel into slavery. Okay, so when the scripture speaks about He's going to be a blessing for all the family, it's talking about the family of Israel. That's what it's talking about. No other. It's not talking about no other family. All right. Now, real quick, I have a couple of precepts. Okay, for Genesis 12 and 1. There we go. All right. Okay, my first precept, okay, for Genesis 12:1. This is Genesis 11:31-32. And Terah took Abram his son, and Lot, the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai, his daughter-in-law, his son Abraham's wife, and they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan. And they came unto Haran and dwelt there. Okay, so this was before the Most High, the Most High spoke to Abraham. You know what I'm saying? He was in the land of Chaldees, which was, let me say, hold on. Go forth from land of, hold on, and they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees. Okay, so basically they was in Ur of the Chaldees. Okay, which in Ur of the Chaldees they was in a place called Haran. Okay, so when the Lord spoke to Abraham, okay, Abraham basically left Haran, okay, and went to the land of Canaan, what the Most High gave him, and he took basically his son. Hold on real quick. Okay, he took his father, Terah, daughter-in-law, okay, his nephew, okay, so on and so forth. Okay, when the Most High called to Abraham, you know what I'm saying? Abraham took them with him. You know what I mean? For the next precept, okay, this is look at Genesis, okay, chapter 15, verse 7. It says, and he said unto him, I am the Lord that brought thee out of the Ur of the Chaldees to give thee this land to inherit it. So again, through the Spirit, okay, the Most High is letting Abraham know that he's the one that called him, okay, out of Ur of the Chaldees, you know what I'm saying, into the land of Canaan to inherit it, okay. So through the Spirit, that land of Canaan, okay, that's our inheritance. It's our land. Everybody over there right now, it doesn't belong to them, and they're fighting over it. It belongs to the true Israelites, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, okay? Okay, this is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 9, verse 7. Thou art the Lord, the power, who didst choose Abram, and brought him forth out of Ur of the Chaldees, and gave him the name Abraham. Okay, so when the Most High, wakes you up, you know what I'm saying, and calls you out of the world, you know what I mean, calls you out of the world, okay, into that spirit, to do his will, he changes your name, you know what I'm saying, or when you speak of the word name, okay, everybody knows what name means, okay, but it really represents, your respect, okay. Your name your name represents respect, okay. That's why when the Most High takes you out of the world and dusts you up and cleans you off, okay, he has to give you a new name because you're a new person, okay. You're basically you're not the same person that you was, okay. Once you come into this truth and start doing the Lord's work, you know what I mean. Basically, when it talks about name, it speaks about your respect, okay. Of like it says, I think it's in Proverbs, a good name is worth more than silver and gold. Respect, a good reputation. Okay, that's the word I'm looking for, a reputation. So when the Most High, calls you out of darkness into his marvelous light, he gonna change your name. Why? Because it's a different reputation now. Okay, that name you had when you was in the world, you know what I'm saying? That name had dirt on it. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because basically you wasn't in the spirit, you was in the flesh. But now you're, when you're dealing in the truth of the Most High, you're a new person. You're a new being. You know what I mean? So that's why he changed Abram name to Abraham, which means father of many nations. Okay, next precept is Joshua chapter 24, verse 2 and 3. It says, and Joshua said unto all the people, thus said the Lord, power of Israel, your fathers dwelt on the other side of the flood in old time. Even Terah, the father of Abraham, and the father of Nakor, and they serve other gods. Okay, so basically, Abraham was around, around people who serve other gods, just like we're around people who serve other gods. You know what I'm saying? But through the Spirit, you know what I'm saying? Like the Most High called Abraham out, the Most High called us out too. You know what I'm saying? Through the Spirit, and changed our name. You know? Okay, this is Psalms chapter 45, verse 10 and 11. Hearken, O daughter, and consider, and incline thy ear. Forget also thy own people and thy father's house. So that's what the Most High told Abraham. He said, listen, you got to forget your people. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they're not following the laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? And they not, doing the will of the Father. You know what I'm saying? You got to forget about them. You know what I'm saying? And follow. The Lord said. Let me read it one more time. Hearken, O daughter, and consider, and incline thy ear. Forget also thy own people and thy father's house. Okay, so if your own people, is idol worshiping and don't want to listen to this truth right here, you got to forget about them. Why? Because the Lord is going to destroy them. If the Lord don't choose them, or if the Lord don't wake them up. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. Okay. Now my last precept. Okay, this is the book of Luke. Okay, I will read verse 26. Hold on, Luke 14. Hold on. Luke 14, verse 26. Okay, 14, verse 26. Okay, I will read 26. Hold on, I might go down to 33. Luke 14, verse 26, it says, if any man comes to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. Which means the Lord is saying through the Spirit, it's a red letter. You got to serve the Lord. You got to love the Lord more than you love your family. Okay, why? Because the enemy can use your family against you. Okay, verse 27. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Which means, when it says bear your cross, which means you got to do your part. You got to do the work according to the measure of faith. Verse 28. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth not the cost, whether he is sufficient to finish it. Verse 29. Lest haply, after he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him. Verse 30. Saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Verse 31. Or what king going to make war against another kingdom sitteth not down first and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh again against him with 20,000. Verse 32. Or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassage and desireth conditions of peace. Verse 33. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. So the point is verse 33. I'll read it again. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. So through the Spirit, the Most High is saying, when the Lord call you, you got to forsake all for the Most High. Okay? That's the only way you're gonna be his disciple. You gotta put him first. You know what I'm saying? Put the Most High first. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, you know what I'm saying? Got to be when he's dealing with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Him first, and everything got to be after that. You know what I'm saying? Just like Abraham. You know what I mean? When the Most High called Abraham, he forsake all. You know what I'm saying? Follow what the Spirit of the Lord said. Same thing today, you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans. When the Most High calls you, okay, you know what I'm saying, and you leave, you have to forsake all. I mean, that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Submit yourself to God and resist the devil, he'll flee. Be a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And so basically with that, through the Spirit, you know what I'm saying? If I said anything wrong, it definitely wasn't the flesh. It's like if I said anything wrong, it definitely wasn't the Spirit. It was the flesh. And I pray you brothers and sisters, get edified, through this little lesson, you know what I'm saying? When the Spirit, calls you, you got to forsake all like Abraham. Okay, with that, I want to say, Call Hallelujah Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. Israel, keep your head up. It's almost over. Shalom.